Welcome to Tales from the Tarnished Jewel and Beyond. I am your judge, Will. We have a small group of Brian and Dave, but why don't you introduce your characters?
Sure. Uh, I'm Brian, and I'm playing Lysander, who's an angel and a warrior, and Jude, who is a human warrior.
Great.
And I'm Dave, and I'm playing Yoshimi, who's a level 4 elf, and then Faye and Kim, who are level 2 elves.
I believe Kim will be a level. One of them will be a level
Oh,
one.
sorry.
But
Yeah, you're
yes.
right.
Oh,
You are
and I'm
correct.
also playing Darrow, who's a cleric, level 2. Healer.
All right. Yeah.
So
Three.
Not that
Kim
means
level 2, Faye level 1. No, the other way around. Kim level 1, Faye level 2. Yoshimi level 4, elves.
As we discussed in our last session, Kim and Faye are basically interchangeable. The same person. They just hate each
Yes.
other for how
Yes.
similar they are to
Yeah,
each
it's like
other.
Ryu and Ken. Yeah.
It's 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 wait, which one are you? Anyway, so at the end of last session, you all released the lawful god of thieves Yoshimi from his
No, I'm Yoshimi.
not Yoshimi, the lawful god Zihoni, the lawful thief god Zihoni from his imprisonment by the chaotic gods of thieves. And he had asked you to return his heart to the lawful mausoleum of the lawful thieves. And once you killed him and took his heart, the tower completely vanished. And so now you find yourselves in the courtyard where the tower once was. And I think it's just kind of like I was thinking about what this looks like. I think it's like a big, you know, field of grass, overgrown grass, and maybe some wildflowers. There's the trees. There's the pond where the basilisk hid, and I think that's in the middle. There's just like a perfect circle of dirt where the tower once stood, and
Okay.
and that's it. So you're inside this walled garden, and it's the next day from when you went in. And so, what do you do?
First, I ask which DCC are we on? Player's
Player's
choice?
choice.
That's what I
Yes.
thought. Cool. Because I was like, you're describing this thing. I was like, ooh, I'd like a map. Oh, wait, there is a map. I have to log in.
Yes. We have maps.
There it is. All right, great.
You're down here.
So we have a perfect circle of dirt.
Perfect circle of dirt. There are the let's see. Let's remember everything that's in here. There's kind of the trees over up in this area.
Golems.
Yeah, with the people that are the guy that's frozen to stone, and then the body of the dead basilisk. I think you removed its teeth. On the other side, there's kind of this little lagoon, this small lake where the very injured and on fire basilisk fled and is theoretically still alive.
Licking its wounds.
Yeah, with if assuming that monsters follow the same rules as players, 2 hit points.
Taking a long rest. Got
It's
it.
just gonna be in there for a while. And yeah, and I think yeah, Alvaric is. We'll say that Alvaric is with you as well, uh, even though Brandon's not here, just because that is a convenient NPC player to have around, because otherwise you don't have any thieves.
Cool.
So there you go.
All right. So, um, I think that there is not much going on here. I don't know, that's my kind of like vibe. Like I feel like we've kind of I'm sure we could explore other things, but we have a circle of dirt, a bunch of trees, and something else. Maybe we should head out.
Sure. And yeah,
I mean,
so I
sorry,
think
Brian, what do you think? That's just like that's the sense I'm getting. It's like I don't know if there's much to do here.
No, I think we did everything there's to do. I think
Yeah,
we need to head on to that temple or whatever.
cool.
Yeah, and outside, right, the temple is the marketplace in Punjar, the souk, and so I think as you're leaving, you're hearing people mill around on the other side of the wall as they're getting their
Uh-huh.
shops and stuff set up. Um, and yeah, so that it's like the next day, things are starting to wake up, come back together, all that kind of
Sure.
stuff. So and you are here. We'll switch over to the map of Punjar real quick, so you can take a look at that. Punjar, Punjar. We'll all be in Punjar. Um, so
What are the people from Punjar called? Punjaris?
Jarians.
Punjar.
Punjarians?
Yeah, I don't. That's a great question. I don't know. I think Punjarians sounds fine.
Sure. Let's go
But
with it.
yeah, you're somewhere down in kind of. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. This
Yep.
area.
Yep.
Um. So yeah, what? But yes, you're still inside the garden, I guess. So
Where was our ship docked again?
it's docked in Wharftown.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, not
Can we
in Wharftown, but at the wharfs in Wharftown.
sure.
It's a complicated thing to
So
explain.
we're just running up a tab currently, right?
You are. Hey, that's a great question. I've been keeping
You
track
mentioned it
of
earlier.
the
Sorry.
number of days. You're getting charged 2 gold pieces a day, and you docked it 12 days ago.
Mm-hmm. And like, so I remember we had to do a transaction with some people who seemed relatively official, or at least like they had a monopoly on the use of force at the docks.
That's how you know it's a state. Yeah. Uh
Somebody was in charge. Uh, was that the Thieves Guild?
huh.
Or is it like
No.
the fucking dock workers union or whatever?
It's kind of funny to think about that. No, I don't. I don't believe it was
Okay,
the Thieves
not the
Guild
Thieves Guild. So
specifically.
those are different guys.
I mean, but they did try to ask for protection money. I guess what I would say is that like Punjar, your impression of Punjar is that uh, it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, everybody's got to hustle. All right,
Everyone's got to
yeah,
hustle. Everyone's trying to rip
all
you
right.
off.
I'll
But yes, everything is a scam. Constant scamming, and yes, they are. Uh, Even though like it was, I think the official like dock foreman, he was definitely like, "Oh, you should give me extra gold to make sure nothing happens to your ship." But I think
yeah,
that's where you left a bunch of your level zeros.
yeah.
Um,
Okay,
so you're yeah.
so we could just trade them for slave labor instead of pay 25 gold. Sure.
I mean, possibly. Who's to
All right.
say?
I think that's fine. I don't think we need to go back and check on this ship.
Sure.
Okay, so where's this temple we're supposed to bring the heart to?
Um, so Alveric tells you that he doesn't know where the thieves, like the mausoleum of the lawful thieves, I guess is what I would call it,
Okay.
um,
Hmm.
is exactly, but he knows that it's probably somewhere in the city of the dead. And
Okay.
he says that he reminds you that Zihoni said something about grave being unkempt and forgotten.
Okay.
And he says that that's that could describe a lot of the city of the dead, which is slowly falling
Sounds
into
like a deteriorating graveyard. Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's slowly falling into disrepair, especially the older sections as the marsh reclaims it.
So okay, so we're in the souk, and there's a black gate, but this black gate does not seem to lead to the city of the dead. It looks like the only way to enter the city of the dead is to go outside the palace walls and enter from the swamp.
Let's take a quick look at the City of the Dead. This is all written by Harley Stroh
Yeah, I'm
forever
just looking at the
ago.
map. So like the
Yeah.
map, it seems like there's the maybe the B in Black Gate is over the doorway.
I think that there is probably that you could get into it, but it probably is just like overgrown with like brambles. There's probably a door, but similar to this tower, right? That has been here
Hmm.
for so long that people have kind of just forgotten that it exists.
Right.
I think it's like the same thing, right? Like their old Punjar is kind of like is poor and run down now,
Yeah.
and so maybe people go in there like seeking shelter when it rains or whatever, and there's a way in, but it's not like a cleared passageway that people go into the city of the dead frequently.
Okay. Okay. So the previous swamp we navigated was the one up on the north end of the map, though, right?
The Great Black Swamp, it kind of just surrounds the city,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
right?
But I'm more asking like, where's our airboat guy?
Oh, yeah. Um, yes, I think he is on like the west side because you went through the commons of Old Punjar, found an exit over there, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where it was.
yeah,
Oh yeah, this was the mains. Okay, I forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a quick, how long if we wanted to like recruit that guy to help us navigate the city of the dead because it's mostly a swamp right now. I'm assuming that would
Hmm.
make our lives easier. Or is
Sure.
it that swampy, or is it just a little marshy, or is like do you think this like is it? So I could just ask you to describe the swamp more, but I'm asking because like oh, would it be beneficial for us to have this guy with his airboat to help us
Yeah.
navigate the swamp?
Yeah, I think you could do it either way, right? You could find your way
Mhm.
through, you know, the choked passages into the city of the dead, or you could
Mhm.
take the long way around and have him sail you in. I don't know if either way is particularly more or less dangerous.
But
Um,
okay, so I guess maybe what I'm asking is like t- inside the city of the dead, is it swampy enough where you'd need a craft to navigate it, or can we just like walk around?
oh, I think that probably Alveric would say parts of it that it hasn't fully sunk into the swamp yet. It's sinking in, so parts of it have solid ground and parts of it are
Don't.
not, right?
Okay,
So,
so I think maybe it's worth it to get the boat. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, the boat's fine. Or we
You got a
could see if
relationship
we
with the
could just
guy.
navigate. We could see if we could just navigate based on what's available and then not go through the parts that are like super swampy or whatever. But if you want to
Yeah,
get the
then
boat
I'm
guy,
just
we
worried that
definitely can.
the tomb we get to is going to be underwater or something. I don't know.
Well, the boat guy's not going to be able to help us with that
Oh, you're
necessarily.
right. If it's under, I just mean partially submerged. Sorry.
right.
I could go for.
Yeah, we can go get him if you want.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I think he might. Did we ever reconnoiter with him to get like our leather moccasins or whatever?
Yes, you guys, yes, that happened a long time ago. You guys got the leather boots that give each of you has one pair of leather boots that give you +1 to personality.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I guess let's just go. Let's just go try to meet back up with him and see if he can float us through the city of the dead.
Great. Uh, so
What
how
was
are
his
you?
name again?
Cletus?
Cletus. That's right.
Cletus the
A good
Swamper.
man. A good
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Cletus.
Rattlesnake boots. I
Rattle.
think, or alligator boots, right?
Crocodile boots, yeah, or
Crocodile. Sorry.
whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Crocodile,
you're right.
alligator,
Crocodile. Yeah.
snake, some sort of amphibian reptile creature.
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess the question is, how are you gonna get there? Are you just gonna?
So he's up. Where do you think he is? Can you ping where you
Sure.
think he is?
I think that you would go through and find something over there.
Yeah. All right. But we had to like navigate that whole area to like get there first, the first time, right? So maybe we just go to the city of the dead. All right, let's just go to the. Let's just like walk.
Okay, sure. So you're walking, and why don't both of you just roll? Yeah, we'll just do just a little intelligence check.
Intelligence check. All right, I got one of those for you. I had a
7.
20, not natural.
Wow. Good
Oh,
job.
nice. Oh, Yoshimi too, huh? Yoshimi notices that the beggars are all, not all of them, but several of the beggars are watching him, and you see one of them, run off into the alley.
Yo, I, well,
You forgot to wrap yourself back in a rug.
Oh no.
I failed the intel. Even though I rolled a 20, I failed the intelligence check. And my dice were good. My actual intelligence in real life, not that good. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
so you kind of
Yeah, well,
just
I guess
notice.
that's why we're fucking doing this because fuck the Thieves Guild. Have fun fighting this god instead of us.
Yeah, this idea that you had of
Stupid
like
thing.
bargaining with the Thieves Guild seems like maybe less and less a realistic thing.
It seems like these motherfuckers care about diplomacy.
Yeah, and I think as like Alfric is noticing this too, and he's like, "Oh, hey, oh, you're, oh," and he does like the that like Michael Cera gif where he just like walks in and falls on the ground, and he's like, "Oh no,
Well,
I
welcome to the party.
now I'm yeah exactly welcome to the party." The
You're welcome
thieves
for cutting you out of that spider web. We could bring you fucking back if you complain.
right.
Jesus. Ungrateful.
Um, so yeah, you kind of just notice. Uh, you kind of pick up the pace, I think, a little bit uh, to get wandering through these things. Um,
Well, at least we know we're on the right track.
yes, and you do notice these like beggars kind of following you. Usually between the neighborhoods, there are kind of like ruffians that demand like a toll of passage. And I think that's the same situation. So as soon as you like leave one neighborhood and start walking into another neighborhood, a couple, you know, bruiser types try to stop you and are like, if you want passage, you have to pay a silver per person.
Whatever.
Yeah, I kind of figure you just pay them, right?
I, 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 I hand them the silver on the end of my sword point. I put the silver on there and I put it. I take it.
Great. Yep, they take it. They allow you passage. This happens like two or three more times. We'll say.
All right. I'm negating 6 silver for my inventory.
But
Oh, man.
it's just it's your to your point, right? Like everything's a scam. Even
Yeah.
walking through these neighborhoods is a scam.
Makes sense. Yep.
Um, but
Just lay back and enjoy it.
the good
Yep.
news is that no one is trying to pick your pockets because they all seem to recognize you. But eventually, you do find your way to the kind of the edge of this necropolis, and let's see if there's a description of what I if I can read it to you. It says, well, sometimes it calls it a necropolis and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm a little confused as to what the difference is. Um, Maybe a necropolis isn't what I think it is. Anyway,
Or it's maybe not what the author thinks it is.
yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick
I'm
Google.
googling. I
Yeah,
got
I'd
you.
say I'm gonna do a
I
quick
got you.
Google of a
Is
necropolis.
it is it a necropolis is a large designed cemetery with elaborate tomb monuments.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I
Just a
guess
graveyard.
I was
It's called
thinking.
a graveyard. Yeah.
I was thinking like World of Warcraft necropolis, like a big, like giant
Well, I
pyramid.
mean, that's still kind of the same thing.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
say
it
what
can
the
look like
monument
that if you
is.
want.
Yeah. Could be any kind of monument or monuments.
True. Okay. Well, so let's let's read this to you. Uh, the extent crypts are marvels of artistry and stone. And I'll just say that you kind of find. Well, I guess this is a question, right? Are you like spending time looking for it, or are you just kind of going through the first passage that you come across? And I
Uh,
think that like most of the passages, like I said, are overgrown with like weeds and
Eh, Yeah, I don't. We don't have any reason to believe any entrance would be different than any other. I don't think.
yeah, we're kind of just picking our way through, finding what we can, I believe.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then I will
I mean,
say,
what kind of portal are we going through?
yeah, I think that it's just the wall. The walls are, I don't know, the walls that surround it are 15, 20 feet tall, and then there's just occasional like arched entrances that are, you
Hmm.
know, 10, 10 feet tall or so. And on the outside, there are, statues of grim angels, lithe dancers, monsters, just various various entry passages, and yeah, most of them are overgrown. But I will say that if you spend a little bit of time searching, you do find one that seems like it is relatively well kept.
Seems like that one is most likely to have the traps. So I think we might try to go through the second most navigable one.
Okay. So yeah, then you do find, we'll just say one that's more overgrown, but looks like someone's used it in the last few
Less trappy.
years. Yeah, and just cut your way through pretty easily, and find yourselves in the city of the dead, which is eerily quiet. The passage of time has not been kind to the city. The rising salt marsh has resulted in the collapse of the southern wall. I think you can see that,
Hmm.
and devoured a number of tombs. As the swamp reaches further into the city, the surviving necropolis grows increasingly wilder. Thick swamp vines, black moss, and mold cover all of the crypts, and the broad paved footpaths have been reduced to narrow tracks flanked by thorny bushes and pools of brackish water stinking of rotting flesh.
Ugh,
And
gross.
yeah, nothing follows you in. Um, no one follows
Oh.
you in as far as you can tell. So you kind of just have the time to search for this grave. So, how do you do that?
We splitting up or sticking together?
We should probably stick together, you know?
Yeah, seems good. Good.
Okay. So are you looking through it like
We came in kind of like. Sorry, I'm trying to get my cursor to work. Um, Here? I don't think it worked. But kind of like we're by the black gate, right?
okay?
Right?
So up over here somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's where we are because we came in through the black gate. We kind of picked our way through.
Okay.
So I don't know. I have two ideas. We can either walk directly to the middle, or we can kind of just like start exploring the area that we're in right now.
Okay. What's your preference,
What
Brian?
do you think, Brian? I'll be right back.
We can explore the area we're in. That works.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna try to get three, and this is gonna be out of Death Servants of Eternity. Three right directions to find the tombs. So,
Right.
why don't we just have who's going to lead the party? I guess as they search.
I think Jude has a lot of leadership qualities.
All right, Jude's
Yeah,
leadership
June
qualities.
Lysander can lead the party.
So, why don't you make either a luck or intelligence roll?
13.
13.
for intelligence.
All right. So you kind of start picking your way through, and you find a path that seems like it's that is leading you deeper into the crypts. And you notice as you look around that the the coffins and the mausoleums and the statuary and all that stuff starts looking like it's older. So you feel like you're heading in the right direction. So why don't you roll another one?
Okie dokie. 14.
Great. Continue feeling like you're heading in the right direction. Why don't you roll another one?
10.
Okay. So somehow you feel like you're off track, and you feel like you've. It's like I feel like there's like a circle, right, with like a particularly large and intricate statuary, um, and all of it looks the same, and you start walking and feel like you are headed actually in the wrong direction. But other than heading in the wrong direction and taking a little bit of time to right yourself, there's no negative consequences. So roll again.
It's like the spirit forest in Link to the Past, which choose the right path.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is just a little bit of
18.
like gamifying. 18?
Yeah.
Okay. So you spend maybe a couple of hours, the six of you, discussing like, wait, where were we? We went the wrong way. We came out of the circle going west, but we were originally going south. And you figure it out, and you eventually make your way into a part of the cemetery, the City of the Dead, that seems particularly ancient and old, and there are pieces sinking into the water. But Alveric recognizes this as a place where uh, the thieves have been buried in the past, and he recognizes like thieves' cant on the walls or on a few of the coffins that just kind of highlights their grandest accomplishments.
Are they lawful accomplishments?
Uh, it doesn't. You can't tell.
Oh,
It's just kind of an assortment, and these are all really old. But there's like, you know, stole the gem from the Punjar Museum.
okay.
Uh,
Because they're all just stealing shit. It's just like whether or not they have a code, basically.
right, yeah.
Okay.
But I think that it is eventually that you feel like oops, you do feel like you are. You'll have to probably look around to figure out uh, which exact mausoleum you want to go into. So yeah, there
Okay.
are assorted graves um, all over the place, and I guess the question is, what do you do?
So I just have a quick clarification. So we had
Sure.
to figure out what a necropolis was. A mausoleum is like one of these little buildings, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which contains multiple graves slash shrines
Right.
in
And
each
you,
mausoleum. It's kind of like, yeah, okay.
yeah. So, yeah. So you're kind of in here, and you do see. I'm just gonna say, like at the top of the hill, the largest mausoleum, and outside it, you do notice several thieves that don't appear to have seen you yet, but lounging around as though they're expecting you.
What do you mean by expecting us or
It's
just like
like
expecting people?
they're
Uh,
expecting us,
yeah,
most likely,
expecting
because they
you
know what we're up to.
in particular.
Because those people ran and told them.
They ran and told
They're
them,
trying to stop us from getting to where we need to go because they know
Yeah,
what that means.
sure.
yeah. So again, what do you do? And I think that, let's just say, uh, we'll just maybe retcon this a little bit. I think when you release Zihoni, uh, maybe Justicia didn't fully appear to you, Brian, but like you got the sense from Justicia that you had returned, right? That the cosmic balance had been shifted in a noticeable way. And you guys do know that like the Lords of
Okay.
Chaos are tracking your movements and tracking your actions.
Okay, so we have Justicia, who's lawful.
Right.
We have the Lords of Chaos.
Yep. There's so many gods.
So I'm trying to
What do
think
we
of
got?
like, are there any neutral gods?
Oh yeah, there's tons of neutral gods. Maybe tons is not the right
Do
word,
we
but
have any of those?
there are neutral
None of the
gods.
we don't have any of those right now.
You don't have anyone that
King
is
of
neutral.
Elfland's pretty chaotic.
Yeah,
Bugaboo's pretty chaotic.
right.
A
But
seven
yes,
out of 10.
there's Molotok,
7
the carrion crow god, is technically
Oh yeah, you just sent us the thing. I could just look
moderate. Moderate.
at
Uh,
it.
neutral.
Centrist.
Centrist.
Swing voter.
She
Median
uh
voter. Yeah.
she may or may not vote for Donald Trump. She's not sure. It's on
Well,
the
she's just
fence still.
conflicted because she loves the environment, but she hates black people.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. But yes, there's like the goddess of nature, the three fates, the god of mysteries and riddles,
Okay,
the
but none
world
of those
tree.
we haven't really come across any of the neutral gods.
There was a representative of kind of neutrality in the Court of Chaos.
Oh, sure,
Um,
bipartisan coalition. Yeah.
right. Just there was just one, but you guys decided not to give
Well,
the egg to
dude,
them.
there's a lot going on there.
There
There's a
was a
lot
lot
going
happening in the Court of Chaos. That is very
on. Okay,
true.
cool. So we have chaotic gods and we have
Lawful.
lawful gods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
It's a good question though.
and
Is like how active are the neutral gods? I don't actually know.
like, what does it mean to be a neutral? I guess you're just like every time. It's like you don't judge people; you just roll a dice every time.
I don't
Like,
know.
oh, guess you're good. Guess you're going to hell.
I think
Guess you're going to heaven.
I guess like a neutral god is just like accepting of the way things are,
I was more goal oriented, maybe. It's
right?
just like, hey,
Like I'm
be a
just
good
thinking
person, whatever that means to you. Sure.
the goddess of nature is not like lawful or chaotic. It's just like it is what
Hmm.
it is.
Really?
I don't know.
I feel like nature's pretty chaotic.
Generally
Anyways,
speaking, I would say that like neutral gods don't make a lot of sense to me within like this
that's kind of why I was asking.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
But
feel like
we
it's
have gods on both sides then of where there's actually gods.
right.
Um, okay. You said there's thieves. I can probably count if I zoom in. Okay. There's a handful. Sure. How so this maybe I don't know. I could probably look this up in the rule book if I wanted to. But how far can like the average just like jabroni see in this game? Like if we just walk up to like this first path, like are they gonna just like see us, or can they like just not see that far?
I think it's all just based on line of sight,
Okay.
right? Like they can't see you. Well, you can move your guys however you want, but I think that they're not they're expecting you to show up eventually, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they've posted up as far as you can tell. They haven't posted up
Hmm.
uh, watchers
Hmm.
to keep an eye on what's going on.
Well, at least we know we're in the right spot. I don't know.
Okay. What about you, Brian?
Um,
What's your thought?
I see we can do it two ways. We can try and sneak up through the catacombs and get close to like the area right in front of them where these hedges are and maybe the gate is,
Mm-hmm.
and then fire an arrow, get the sneak attack on them or
Mm-hmm.
something. Maybe try a flanking maneuver because like we could come around the outside where
I
this
like the
path
flank.
is
Yeah, I
on the
just
left.
saw that too. Yeah, I kind of like that one.
And if they're like just mulling around, we could probably get around like to the mausoleum. We might not even have to fight these guys. I mean, if we can like
If we
do a
can get
stealth
around that
check,
left
if that's
side,
even necessary,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, we
totally.
could go right in here and restore him. I think maybe that's our
I guess
best
the other
bet.
question,
And
no,
then,
totally. But like, I just as a follow up question, I'd say like, how high is this wall?
Oh, I'm kind of imagining this
four or five
like in
feet, right? Like
well,
it's a
I was
nice
actually
wall.
imagining more like New Orleans, right, where like the uh, the walls are pretty probably like 8 to 10 feet tall,
Okay.
um, around like the actual graves, and I think that this is like a piece of right like I said, the sense is that not the city of the dead isn't really used anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sometimes people pay tribute to their ancestors, but it's over full, so it's not like there's new people being buried here. It's not
So can we
something
just
people go into all the time.
so can we just go around the outside of the wall and then try to scale the wall further northish?
Sure.
Brian, I'm asking you. It's like because we could just like flank them and then like attack or go around. But you were just saying like, oh, we might not even have to encounter them. But that's why I was asking about the wall because maybe we could just like they will never see us and we'll just go over the wall and then go in the back door of the mausoleum or something.
Well, yeah, there's a path on the west
Yeah,
side
that's
of
what I was
this
thinking. But
map
maybe we can
here.
even just not even worry about that and go on the other side of the wall.
Like which side? The east
No,
side?
so like there's this the wall to the mausoleum or to the cemetery, like the stone wall
Right.
around the outside, right?
Yeah.
If we can just go on the outside of the wall and then jump over the wall where we want to enter, then we would not risk them seeing us at all.
But that seems like a lot. Because I'm also not super worried about fighting these guys. Like, if we
Yeah,
don't
okay.
have to, that's
All right.
probably the best. But, like, if we had to take these guys apart, I think we might be able to. So, like, I'd say we just try and sneak because that's the easiest.
All right, let's do it.
Um,
Yeah, fair enough.
because they're not like super vigilant, right? They kind of expect us to like come from the front. So if we
Yeah.
go around the back, maybe they won't even notice.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. All right, let's do it.
Okay. So yeah, why don't you just move your guys? Each of these little squares is about 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just do like one turn and move your characters their movement speed into there, and then I'll adjudicate what happens. We're gonna treat this more like you're in combat, just to like gamify it, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, he's about here.
Okay,
He's about here. And they're kind of crouching, staying low, sticking to tombstones.
sure. Okay, and are you leaving? Okay, and then Dave, what about your?
Oh, I thought you said we wanted to
Um,
do it one at a time. Or
Yeah.
do you want us to do it all at once?
Well, I want.
I can't move Darrow. I don't
Okay,
have uh permission on him again for some reason.
that's annoying. One moment. Represents Darrow.
Yep, there we
Weird.
go.
I don't understand
Okay,
why
yeah,
that
he's
is.
kind of hanging back a little bit past the group because he's nervous about the situation.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
If
So you
that's too far,
guys.
we'll go to. I think that was probably too far because of the diagonal, so we'll go here. I guess we're just both behind this stone.
So you guys are sticking behind the stones,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and you guys are just kind of like sneaking low to the ground then.
yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you just roll like a stealth check um, for your party, using whoever has the highest agility. And just as a reminder, right? Like there is like negatives depending on your armor to um, physical abilities. Um, so, for example, well, let me find the armor.
So if you have a +2 armor, you get -2 agility, basically.
Uh, yeah. So +3 armor gives you. So if you're wearing studded armor, you get a -2 check penalty
Correct.
to physical, which I'm gonna call sneaking as well,
Right.
and
But
then
for
sociopath.
example, if you have Mithril Chainmail from the God of Chaos that says special ability, no penalties, it's magic,
Yeah.
then you don't get any negatives.
Yeah. If you have that, then yes, true. So just one stealth check, agility plus a d20 minus any whatever negatives you might have.
No negatives. Magic armor.
All right.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna roll good. We'll see. You said agility though?
Yeah.
Right.
Hang on one
Yeah,
second, guys.
of course. Yeah, of course.
I gotta do some on-call stuff. I'm not on this week, but the guy who is on call is not like responding, and the PD like their MDTs and their vehicles aren't working.
Huh.
So I just crit failed on my
That's
agility check.
correct.
We okay. So
I remember when you did that.
Yep.
you crit fail, and I think it's just like just like we were talking about with the line of sight. There is this guy. Can you see the lines when I draw them?
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy can just see through the fence, kind of onto this path, and you just kind of like trip into the path,
Hmm.
and that guy says, uh, "Hey, wait, he's here!" And of course, it's Yoshimi too, right? So why wouldn't it be
Exactly who we're
Yoshimi?
looking for.
Right. Hey, it's that elf we're looking for. Get him. But I will
Her. Her.
get her. Get her. Get her. They can't tell. They don't know elf physiology. Um,
They're all,
but
they're all pretty live. Yeah, sure.
we'll roll initiative. But as we roll initiative, I will give you a quick, just kind of like intelligence check to see if you observe something,
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm typing in my spells.
and like with a like try to roll below your intelligence.
Yeah, that shouldn't be hard. Or wait, it should be. I'm doing comprehend languages. Cool. You want an intelligence check from Yoshimi specifically?
Yeah,
Well, she's supposed to be the intelligent one.
yeah.
Okay.
So she's the one that fucked up the a 5.
A 5 is below 15 or
Okay,
16.
great. So you also notice in the tree uh, an additional member of the Thieves Guild.
Okay, cool.
Uh, this one is dressed differently, and that feels like it's low enough that you also notice that they're bringing a blowgun to their lips.
Okay.
So, all right. So initiative rolls.
18.
Very nice.
7.
7. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Great. Well then, you notice that these guys are gonna go first. So behind the thieves, you see these two kind of beefy dudes that look like they are more enforcer types, um, and they're just gonna start making their way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. That is their turn, and then Dave, you're up.
All right. I am going to cast my newly rolled choking cloud.
Well, look at that.
Seems good.
It did kill one of your characters, I believe,
Oh,
via
really?
Dustin.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. I'm
the
wearing his armor currently.
the time
I've not forgotten.
Dustin cast Choking Cloud in the middle of the combat on everyone.
Yeah,
Decisions.
just poor decisions, man. This is what I'm talking about.
He's really leaning into the chaotic part of the chaotic character. Just like, I'll just kill everybody. Else.
What did you
Anyways,
roll?
what am I rolling? Oh yeah, I'm trying to do choking club.
Choking
Okay,
Cloud.
so I'm not gonna. So it's just. So wait a second. I have to get this straight. So Kim had Find Familiar. So this is Faye, who's level 2,
Okay.
who has Choking Cloud now.
Okay.
Okay, great. So Kim, what is your Faye? What is your luck? Oh my God, I only have 5 left. So maybe I should spell burn here. All right, I'm gonna spell burn for 4
Okay.
and cast Choking Cloud,
Okay.
which I believe I have a +1. No,
So
I have a +0. Okay,
so you're,
+0.
so you're gonna add 4 to whatever you roll.
But that is so 11 on the dice +4, so 15 Choking Cloud. Let me look at my grimoire. Is this gonna do anything?
It'll do something.
So I'm gonna burn 3 luck to get it to 18.
Oh. Okay. Wow. What happens?
All right, so 18 is a single acidic poisonous cloud appears within a radius of 20 feet centered on the target of the caster's choosing for 1d4 plus 2 rounds. So I'll choose the target first.
Sure.
Yeah. So target I want to target the doorway.
Okay. So again, can you see?
No, the door, not the doorway. Sorry, the hedge doorway. Yeah. 20 feet. There we
Okay.
go. Right. So for 1d4 plus 2 rounds, targets in the cloud suffer a -2 penalty to all rolls and take 1 point of damage each round.
Okay.
Okay, so let me roll the d4.
Okay. And what they're taking 1 damage.
It's 1 damage, and I have -2 to all rolls: attacks, damage, skills, and saves.
Okay. Okay.
I can then direct the cloud by concentrating.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll roll the d4.
And it's cast by Faye.
This is cast by Faye. Yeah. So 5 rounds.
Wow. Okay. 5 rounds. Good to
So
know.
-1 penalty. Oh, sorry, -2 penalty on an 18. -2 penalty and 1 damage each round.
Okay. So that's Faye. What about Yoshimi and Kim?
Yoshimi is going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay. Very cool.
An oldie but a goodie.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it, and sometimes you're just like, you know what? There's a reason this spell's good. Okay. Magic Missile coming at you.
Okay. 18. Very nice.
All right. Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't have Magic Missile in front of me. I just have to pull up her spell book. Here we go. Magic Missile on an 18. 1d4 missiles that deal 1d4 plus caster level damage. All right, so d4.
Okay.
4.
Wow. 4 missiles that deal 1d4 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to roll for the damage again, though, right?
Yep. At who?
Must be aimed at a single target to which the caster has line of sight. So I'll shoot the guy in the tree.
Okay. Yeah. I would
And they're
say
gonna
that's fine because even though there's a mausoleum in between, it's clearly this is high ground and he's in the tree. So I think that's fine.
also it's a magic missile.
Well, it says line of sight.
Oh, you're right. Fair enough. I have to roll
I'm just
higher.
following the
I can give you.
rules.
Don't make me burn more luck to do the separate target thing. Okay, but this guy
Well,
seems
we
like the
collapsed the
bad news.
cave with those magic missiles that weren't line of sight. They like traveled on their own.
Well, that was he got like a 34.
Okay, so they're going to be 6 missiles. So 4d
Oh, that's
4
still
times
good.
6, 24 damage.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
Hey, you
Okay.
like that?
Yeah, you just obliterate the thief in the tree.
Can I also obliterate the tree?
Sure. just four missiles,
Yeah.
just thick magic missile boys, just like thunk, just like putting a hole
Yeah,
through his
they kind of come.
chest.
It's like yeah, it's like a like the fireworks. It's just like one, two, three, four.
Right. And they're like not perfectly targeted, but they're just like one takes out a tree branch, another takes off the top of the tree, another takes off like an arm, and the other one like puts a hole
The
through
tree
its
falls on
chest.
him. He's just dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally just dead. All right. Great. Um now that is that.
Kim.
Oh yeah, Kim. Yeah, I forgot about
Uh,
Kim.
she's gonna attack with her dragon.
All right. Here, do we have a dragon? Here. Here's your little dragon.
He's yeah, he's garrulous. He's talking shit. He's just like
That's the real reason you failed the stealth check.
the dragon couldn't shut the fuck up.
The dragon's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're gonna kill these thieves."
Lightning bolt. Fireball. Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna attack with his breath weapon.
Okay. What's the range on that? Do you need to move into range?
20 feet.
Okay.
No, sorry. That's the cone is 20 feet. I don't know what you didn't give me the range.
Oh, I assume that it's just from the dragon.
No, I mean you gave me the range for what the cone. Oh, it comes out of his mouth,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, totally. Okay, so he's gonna
This is just so you
fly.
know. That's what a 20-foot cone looks like.
Okay. Where'd we put the dragon?
It's right in front of Faye. So I put it in the wrong spot. There you go.
Oh, I see. I see. The cone was covering it up.
It's kind of hard to see.
I got it. All right, so he's gonna fly up to the smoldering ruins of this tree.
Sure.
So I lost control. So he's kind of, yeah, just coming right over the hedge,
Sure.
and he's gonna blast the cone at
Sure.
the guys, the group of guys.
Easily, easily able to blast them all. Okay. So.
Okay. So 2d. So I roll attack.
Yep. Or actually,
Uh,
I think I probably roll a save. So what's my saving throw?
+4 to 4.
Absolutely loyal.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's what I see. It says just breath weapon 1 day cone 20 foot.
Uses the wizard's saving throws. So what's her
Okay.
saving throw?
Um, where would I? It's a 12, I guess, right?
Okay.
Because she's only level 1.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
probably
she's level 2. Or no, she's level 1 because she has the familiar. So she's level 1. So it's got to be a D12 or sorry D20, but you have to roll a 12.
okay. I will just try to roll a 12 on all these guys. Uh, one of them succeeds, so just roll 2d6 damage, and then I'll give one of them will take half, and the others will take full.
2d4 damage, 2d6 damage.
I think you said 2d6.
Yeah.
Yep, 2d6 fire damage.
2 plus 2, 4.
4. Okay. So, it doesn't kill any of them, but it does take them down to. Two of them look very wounded, and on their turn, I will um, have them make morale checks because I feel like that's the kind of thing that they would.
You're like, this is not what we signed up for.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you roll good on your find familiar.
Okay, so that's that. That character, that one is dead. Okay,
And I'm
so
just gonna. So I didn't do this before, but I'm just gonna take some movement with my characters.
okay. Um, so with the morale save, this person's just gonna piece the fuck out.
Correct.
The other two are gonna be in there, and of course I didn't give them ranged weapons because I was like, oh, why would they need ranged weapons? So they don't have ranged weapons, so they're just gonna have to move uh, 30 feet at a time. 10,
I think they should move
15,
like
20,
stay close
25,
together. Oh no, I
30.
used it. It's once per day. Never mind.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
10,
You're fine.
15, 20, 25. Oh, maybe I'll try to kill that. Well, it's flying. You probably can't reach it. 30. Okay, well, that is the extent of their turn. So, Brian, you're up.
Um, yeah, so as they're like hiding behind the tombstones, um, Jude senses his sword Prudence in his mind, and she says, I sense their crimes. They are murderers and they must be punished. So he's like, do your thing. He draws Prudence and she almost just like flies out of his hand and she goes at um this dude up here. The guy who's like by the mausoleum on the right
Sure.
with like a hood, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a guy
So
that has
he's
like a wrapped head. Oh, these guys also are going to take one damage from being in the fucking.
Oh yeah, they got poison clouded.
Right. From being in the poison cloud. I forgot about that too. Okay. So you're just throwing it
Did you
at.
give
there's
them their -2?
yeah, there's really no heroic deed because like Prudence is kind of just doing this on her own.
Right.
As soon as he unsheathed her, like she went at him. But I'm still gonna do the heroic roll. One, so that doesn't help me, but it wasn't going to anyway. Will an 11 hit?
11 will not hit. So you
Okay.
throw it and it flies around, out, and
Goes wide, but it's still out. Like,
right,
because she's gonna come back for a second one, but she like went wide on the
right.
initial
Yeah,
thing,
thief
and
ducks
then
under.
yeah, and then
But it's also probably like, holy
me.
shit, this is not what I signed up for.
A flying sword, a
Fucking
dragon.
heat-seeking missile sword. Yeah, dragon.
Having a tough
Uh,
day.
Darrow is going to try and cast paralysis
Sure.
on the guy who just got his head almost taken off by Prudence.
Okay.
So is that just a D20?
Yeah, so it's D20 plus level, so he should be a level 2 now, plus personality, and then whatever you
Okay,
get will depend on. I can pull it up and tell you what the result is.
22 because I got a 20 plus two.
Holy shit. Okay.
Let's go.
Paralysis 264. Paralysis is kind of interesting in this game, I feel like. But let's see. 22. The cleric designates one creature within 30 feet and paralyzes it with a word. If the creature is 2 HD or less, it is automatically paralyzed. The paralysis lasts for 1d8 plus caster level rounds. So roll a d8.
Also, what's the word you utter?
Yeah, and what's the word?
Um, root. I don't.
Okay. And this guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Four. So six. Six turns.
Okay. Rooted to the spot for 6 rounds. This is why I should have thrown in uh, more enemies. Okay. Cool. What else?
And then Lysander is going to fly over and attack this dude here with his spear.
That's me.
No, there's
Um,
one right here.
oh,
Oh, sorry. Oh,
yeah,
I thought that
there's
was
one
me.
right in front of you.
Oh, my bad.
So he kind of flies right in front of you and goes to attack this guy. His heroic deed is he's going to try and sweep the legs.
Oh, okay.
So
Great.
that'll like immobilize him. And I
Sure.
think it gives him like a -1 to his rolls or something.
Yeah, I think it'll just knock him prone.
Okay. And then he has to spend a turn getting back up. Is that
Yep,
what it
he
is?
won't be able to move.
Okay, so 5. So if I can hit, that will work.
Yep.
17, so it will hit.
Yep.
So he's
Okay.
prone.
Okay. And then
And then he goes to like stab him. So let me roll my
yeah, roll your damage.
8 plus 5, so 13.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he's prone because he's fucking dead.
You sweep the legs, sweep the legs, and then just jab the spear like I don't know through his mouth, through his chest, just leaving a gaping wound, and this thief is very much dead. All right. Well, bruisers are up, I guess. He's just gonna come after Yoshimi.
Yep, 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 yep,
It's
yep,
uh, it's
yep,
it's
yep,
it's
yep.
time for Yoshimi to face the consequences of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, that hasn't happened for the last 4 sessions at all.
They've tried really hard. This is the first time they've actually gotten to you.
All right,
A
well,
natural 20.
okay, yeah, do your worst.
Eh.
Is it some kind of attack? Sure.
Yeah. I have no idea. I need to figure out what his. You know, did not expect to crit either. So,
Okay,
my
okay,
life. A 1 on table 3. Battle
okay.
Rage makes friend foe indistinguishable. The foe is hit for plus 1d12 damage,
Uh-huh.
and the ally nearest him is also hit by a rebounding blow for 1d4 damage. Okay, so he's gonna
Oh, that's not that bad.
hit
Yeah, sure.
himself. What
Well, no,
is
he hits the other guy next to him.
there is no other guy next to him.
But it's the closest. It says the closest one.
Well, the closest one is way the hell over here, and he's using a melee weapon. Oh,
Shoot, I don't know. Like, you're the DM. Make something up.
well, I am gonna make something up. I'm gonna make up that he hits himself.
Oh, fine. Whatever.
All right. 1d8 plus 1d12 plus 2.
Sure.
7, 9 damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to hit himself for 2 damage.
Okay.
So it rebounds, and he just like slices through Yoshimi's armor and into his own boot.
Sure.
And then he screams in rage. And you notice that he is, uh, well, he's enraged. And seems even more dangerous.
How damaged does he look?
Not He it looks like he cut his toe for 2 damage and
Hmm.
then just like got stronger
Really mad about it
as though his HP increased.
overall. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Um oh, and then also at the beginning of his turn, he's going to take 1 damage. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Wait, were you giving him? Did you apply the -2?
No, cuz he's out of the smoke.
Oh, fair enough. I think
Okay.
it's at the beginning of their turn the -2 applies, though, right? Or no?
Well, but he's out of the
Just when he's rolling. Sure.
smoke is I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
And it's still a natural 20.
Fair enough.
Okay. So then, Dave, you're up.
All right. So we have that barbarian apparently ish whatever thing is happening with the rage.
Yep.
That guy's right next to Yoshimi. It's
Yep.
these two guys.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I think yeah, Faye's just going to attack with the sword. I think.
Okay.
So Faye's going to pop over here and sword attack. So I get +4 plus
Why does that keep happening?
1. Yeah, so +1. Okay. So, all right, sword attack.
Okay.
Natural 20 +5.
Oh, well, there you go.
I will do. So crit table 2.
One good crit deserves another.
Yeah. I see your crit. 7. Sorry. Wait. No. It's a D6, not a D20. Sorry.
Okay.
4.
Okay, so -4.
No, I rolled on the crit table.
Oh, you rolled a 4 on the crit table.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're an elf.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crit table 2.
Crit table 2, a 4. Uh, blow to chest staggers foe. You can make an immediate free attack.
Oh
So
wow.
2 attacks.
All right. So I didn't roll damage for the first attack.
Okay,
Again,
so roll damage.
which is a D10.
Okay.
7. I don't think I have a damage mod. Do I have a damage mod? No. So 7.
Okay, and then make your free attack.
All right. So sword again. I guess for flavor. Oh no, not for flavor. I don't want
Don't
to do
do it
less
for
damage.
flavor to do less damage.
Yeah, no. If it was, I thought it. No, I thought I could do something that was equal damage, but I can't. All right. So sword attack again. So 15.
That'll hit.
All right. So D10. 2 damage.
Okay.
No, sorry, I don't have a mod, so 1 damage.
Oh.
It's the attack mod. Yeah, not a damage mod, so 1 damage.
Okay. Well, he's looking a little spicy, a
All
little
right.
bloodied.
All right, so Kim will follow up with the sword attack as well.
Okay.
Probably not. 9?
No.
All right. And then Yoshimi will shoot at him with the longbow.
You gotta back away, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Well, let me see if I have something else. I'll just do Scorching Ray instead.
No. Okay.
I'm just like always worried. I'll just like no. I'll do Flaming Hands. Flaming Hands.
Oh, what is Flaming Hands? A new spell.
Flaming Hands is. So this is when she leveled up last time. So Yoshimi.
17.
All right.
Spell produces a blast of fire that burns a single target within range for 1d6 hit points of 1d6 points of damage.
All right. Seems pretty mid. All right, but we'll roll it.
Yeah.
All right. 6.
Damn. All right. Below half life now.
All right.
It's just
Sounds
like
good.
a burst of flames. These elves just surround this like bruiser guy and just like start chopping away at him and blasting him with fire.
All right. My dragon's just gonna fly away.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well,
The dragon's
these
over here.
other thieves are up. This guy's gonna take -1. Damage. He's gonna try to. He's gonna foolishly try to attack Lysander here. I'm sure this is gonna turn out great.
Be a legend.
11 plus. I don't think this is gonna hit. No. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah. While Lysander is like wrenching the spear out. How about that? So 11 plus 5, 16 to hit.
No.
Yeah, he tries to backstab Lysander, and like as Lysander pulls the spear out of his dead companion, just like turns aside the dagger. Well, that's that guy. Okay, so then Brian, you're up.
The thief who's stuck in the cloud and also paralyzed
Yep.
is like freaking out. He's like visibly sweating because Prudence is still coming back. And while Dave was doing his turn, I rolled, and he's gonna take 13 damage. So I rolled a 17.
I'll just one up you. I will say because he's paralyzed, like he can't stop this, and as Prudence like swings back, it just lops off his head and like comes back into Jude's hand,
Yeah.
and this headless corpse
Yeah.
just falls to the ground.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
so cool. I'm gonna go put him. That's awesome. Um, all right.
Wait, you didn't cross out the guy in the tree.
Yeah, no, I noticed that.
He looks alive.
I put a little skull
He's
and
deceptively alive.
crossbones next to him. Okay, Darrow and Lysander, or yeah,
Um, I'll have Lysander attack this guy who just tried to attack him real quick, but
yeah, sure.
then they want to go to the pumpkin patch, so I gotta go. Um, but I'm sure you
Oh,
guys can finish this
okay.
fight. I don't think we're in any risk of losing. All right, 1d6, so 5
Yeah,
hit 20.
yeah.
Let's see, that was a nat 20. So
Oh well, then he's just fucking dead.
yeah, he got murdered.
Nice.
Do like negative 90.
Lysander was like, did a little tisk tisk tisk, and then just like stabbed him in the gut.
Okay. All right. So this bruiser guy, can you hold off for like 10 minutes, Brian?
Uh, Maybe like 4 minutes. They're getting in the car. I think I'm just gonna throw on my shoes
Okay.
and go. It's
Well, I'm just curious if I'm actually going to manage to kill Dave. I don't think I am. Uh,
Not at
okay.
level. That's gonna be
Let's
tough
just
at level
hit
4.
it
I think
quick.
that was kind of your best shot.
7 plus 3 is 10 plus 2 is 12 to hit.
To hit? No.
Yeah. No?
No.
Okay. Well, then you kill him. I mean, these guys are going to die. Um, right, obviously. But as you go in, make make an intelligent or why don't you make an agility save with Yoshimi? Not good enough.
Can I burn some luck? I
Uh,
have four luck to burn.
no. So as you go in, another assassin appears from the trees
Oh,
and is going to hit Yoshimi because I got 18 plus 12, so a 30.
30 to hit? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, sure.
Um,
Hits.
and you're going to get hit by a poison dart as he flees. So
Okay.
taking d8 plus 3, 5 points of damage, and then make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. No mods. All right, D20 coming up. 19.
Okay.
Break of school.
You're going to take half damage of 5.
So 2.
No, 10, but so 5.
Oh, all right. I'm down to 5.
Okay, you survive.
Oh,
And he's going to flee. Okay. Um,
wait, come back. I have a dragon. I want to show it to you.
and so he's dead. So we can just wrap this up, right? You go in to the tomb, and inside the tomb are multiple coffins and urns, and you take the heart of Zihoni out of your bag and lift it up, and the color drains from it, and a red mist spreads throughout, and suddenly the coffins are pushed aside, and the corpses of these dead lawful thieves climb out of the coffins, and from the urns, the spirits of the dead lawful thieves fill the room. And outside the mausoleum, you see like the corpses climbing out of their graves, and they all look to you with gems in their eyes, and they say, "Vengeance is ours. Come." Do you
nice.
follow them?
I like that. Yeah.
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 So they begin just marching out of the cemetery, and you just follow behind this mass of 50 to 80 corpses and spirits, and they just like grab beggars from off the street and slit their throats. And blood is pouring all over the streets from not all beggars, just the beggars that are
the
like
bad ones,
chaotic
the five.
thieves,
Yeah.
right? And people are fleeing from the town, and you come to this giant black keep in like the wealthy part of Punjar, and someone starts ringing a bell, and it doesn't matter as this wave of corpses just go in, and as you follow you just see them like garroting thieves and plucking eyeballs and taking like handfuls of treasure as they go, and just basically going room by room through the thieves guild and just killing every chaotic thief in the guild.
That's
And
awesome.
the
Wow. Yeah.
everything just kind of like there eventually you get to like the center room, and there's just like the bodies of thieves everywhere, and they turn to you, um, and one of them steps forward and says, "The vengeance of Zihoni is complete. We rest." And the ghosts disappear, and the skeletons and the corpses kind of just collapse into being just bones, and the thieves' house is silent.